Hey there folks, Pliskin by 51mm, and tonight I figured I'd do a video on my little end table. Some things have changed, as you may have noticed. I've got a new light set up, and currently on the table I have my Black Rain Ordnance AR15, my M14A4 M1A Scout Squad, and my Riley Defense AKM, which everybody says is going to blow up and kill me someday. Based on something they watched from over 10 years ago. But anyway, today's question, I mean, this is more of a video question essay than it is anything else, honestly. And it goes something like this. I'm just going to ask a specific question. Now I'll give my answer, but I'm wanting to know something, or what you guys think in general. My question is do you guys think the AR-15 sucks? I'm gonna let that simmer for a minute. I'm gonna let that process, because I know a lot of people are instantly gonna start, going off the deep end. Oh, Pliskin, you ignorant moron. Don't you know the AR-15 is the best rifle in the world? It's like, how could you say such a thing? You're so ignorant. You're so close-minded. I mean, look at your tabletop cover. It's pale blue plaid. What kind of moron are you making videos type thing? Well, and I ask that simply because now I own 3 AR-15s. I own a DPMS Oracle that I got in 2018, May 2nd, 2018, and I remember it was only like 420 bucks at the local gun store. That was back when things were good. This is a Black Rain Ordnance Franken gun. The lower is a Palmetto State Arms lower, Palmetto State Armory lower. People say those suck too, which I have. Honestly, I've not had an issue with the lower at all. It quite literally, I just pull the trigger and the hammer falls and the safety goes back on when I'm done, so that's good. That's all good. The upper is a Black Rain Ordnance upper. And my third AR-15 is a Springfield Armory St. Victor that I bought off a family member. They're about 2 years ago, well, almost 2 years ago. It'll be 2 years in October. But anyway, I own 3 AR-15s, and I think they're wonderful rifles. They're very accurate. As you can see, very easy to customize. Case in point, my Black Rain Ordnance Franken gun here, which I honestly love, by the way. This is one of my favorite semi-autos. I mean, I love these two as well. And they're accurate almost to the point where they're boring, because it's just so, just load up. I mean, if you got a 1-9 twist barrel, which is what this has, and my DPMS Oracle has 1-9 twist barrel, anything like 52 grain to 55 grain, just, aim at the target and squeeze the trigger. You're basically blowing the center out. I mean, factory ammo's kind of give or take, because inconsistencies and powder charges and all that, But, yeah, pretty much if you got a 1-9 twist barrel, anything below 55 grain and lower, you're gold. But what I'm saying is, in this context, is that when it comes to doing YouTube videos, I've noticed a trend. When I make videos on my ARs, the views are kind of mellow, kind of crappy. I mean, they do alright, they get picked up later on. But it's just like, I uploaded something about my Black Rain Ordnance AR, and it'll get maybe 30 views. I upload something with my M14 A4 M1A Scout Squad or my Riley Defense, and I'm getting like 600 to 200 views a go. I mean, now it's not consistently, because I will have a few videos where I upload something on one of these two. Oh, my pressure switch is starting to come loose from my foregrip. Nice. The tape's wearing out. But generally speaking, let's just say that generally speaking, AKs and M1As do better view-wise than AR-15s. And that's what I mean by, do you think AR-15s suck? I don't think they suck at all. I think they're very good rifles. I thoroughly enjoy all three of mine. But when it comes to views on YouTube, there seems to be a bias, if you will, toward, you know, non-AR rifles like the M14 and the AK, as opposed to AR-15s. Now, it's probably just me. I'm not very, I mean, I'm a mid-sized channel on the lower end, if that makes sense. Because I'm almost at 200, or not 200, I'm almost at 2,500 views. Which, let's go, let's do it. Let's get to 3,000. Only 500 more. We can do it. I can do it. But I've just noticed that over the years. And it comes in waves. But generally, stuff on my M1As and my AKs do far better than the ARs. And it very well could be because, and I've seen it too, where the market is so saturated with AR-15s that most people don't want to look for AR-related stuff, because, I mean, like, you know, honestly, if this is all you had, this Black Rain Ordnance here, is this loose? No. It's Black Rain Ordnance here. If you know, if that's all I had, you know, I'd be right as rain, because that's a very accurate rifle, and I could tag stuff at 50 to 100 yards all day long, no sweat. Would it be sub-MOA? Would I be, like, you know, drilling bullseyes? Probably not, at least not with this Spark AR. That's a good minute of man optic, but it's not, you know, precision, but you're hitting center mass nonetheless. But I think a lot of, like I was saying, it's like there's so many AR-15 variants out there that, you know, I think a lot of people, when they look at guns, they try to look for stuff that's a little different. Because, like I said, I do videos on my M1As. Views go through the roof. I do videos on my AK, especially my AK. I did that 1 year in video there a few months ago, and it got 600 views. Almost, I think it's, last I looked, it was like 633 on my Riley Defense AKM. So, what do you guys think? Do you think it's just the market saturation that you know, because it almost seems like you blink twice and there's another new AR variant on the market. I mean, they've made them as short as they could possibly go. They've made them as long as they possibly could go. They've added everything on them. They've made wood furniture for the modern ones. They've got the retro ones. They've got the new futuristic looking ones. They've even got a bullpup conversion kit coming out for AR uppers, which I may dip my toe into at a later date. And so on and so forth. And, you know, it's, but I've just noticed that here recently that, you know, the viewership for AR-15s just kind of meh. So what do you guys think in regards to that? I'm just making this question and, you know, putting it in video format, and I'm asking you guys what you guys think. So anyway, I'll catch you guys all in the next video. I'll see you all in the next one. Happy Easter. By the way, not to be confused with what Demagogue Joe came out and said there either earlier today or yesterday, where he's trying to, well, I guess I was on Breitbart, and I guess he did kind of use his political powers, his presidential authority, to declare Easter as Trans Day or something. I don't know. I just happened to open up the Breitbart website, and there that was, and I'm like, oh, okay, alright, we're going there, I guess. Made a lot of people mad. I would be mad if it wasn't so, you know, to be expected. Because if you honestly think Joe, in his right mind, which he hasn't had for a very long time, did that of his own volition, well, you haven't really been paying attention a whole lot. Very much so. That's probably the most blatant, which honestly the last 4 years have been very blatant, but that was the most blatant, like out in the open where everybody could see it type of, we are the United States government and we fucking hate you, if that makes sense. That's pretty much what that boils down to. And if you can't see that after everything up until now, well, there's no hope for you, I'm afraid. The bowling ball has done rolled down the lane, and it was a 7-10 split, and you did not achieve your score. You lucked out. You missed. So, anyway, food for thought on the AR-15. My word of advice on the political side of things is don't get involved with it. I keep an eye on it, but that shit, you know, that's just designed to rile you up and to make a mockery of everything the conservative right holds dear. So, you know, but it didn't surprise me. I'm a Christian. I believe in Jesus. And I believe that he was resurrected on Easter Day and, you know, defeated death and took our sins to the grave. But at the same time, I'm not going to let their nonsense, you know, whittle me down, because a lot of people, you know, there'll be people that will spend all of Easter tomorrow on that, going on and on and on, worried and angry and mad, and that's understandable, but that's what they want you to do. It's for you to get mad and focus all your time on stuff that you can't control at the moment. So it's better to just take it, see it for what it is, and realize that, you know, they do not care one bit for the American people. And if people on the left think that that was some kind of, you know, thing celebrating them, and I'm sure it was for some. I have nothing against people who are transgender. I've only met a handful of them at Amazon. They're all good people. I don't, you know, that's an agree to disagree thing. I'm not going to judge them for what they do with their own lives and their own body, you know, whether I agree with it or not. Because honestly, who am I to, you know, tell somebody what's what? We're all adults. You can do whatever you want with what you know, with your life. But I think there's a lot of things going on up there in the District of Criminals that you know, if you think they got your back one way or the other, right or left, you're fooling yourself. So anyway, guys, this has been Pliskin by 51mm. I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.